Go to you is you. It comes to me, it's me.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Yellow.
Pick the edge, pick the edge. Come, come.
Attack, attack.
Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
The sack on first down took him out of a traditional running play and put him in a passing situation, but didn't stop him from running anyway, did it?
No, I was surprised when he took off. I thought, oh, he's got some space. He might pick up 5, 6, 7 yards. He goes all the way and picks up the first.
Yellow. I'm going.
Check, check, 47. Bandit. Bandit. Jam.
15, 15. 15, 15.
Mahomes now on first down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is caught at the 20. A big play there for KC. 42 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
Check, check.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Easy.
Switch.
On the toss, here's Williams. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
So can this New Orleans defense stand tall again? 3rd and goal. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. And what to do now on 4th and goal? And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Mahomes now on the sneak. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The Saints take over.
We play to win. Let's go.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The first carry now, this is Alvin Kamara. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
On second down, Kamara, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of...
And nothing but daylight ahead. Past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on third down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Now Mahomes eluding the pressure, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Demario Davis able to record his 5th sack of the season. On second and a long way to go. Mahomes in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA, with a sack. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Going deep here for Watkins. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Brandon, their last miss on 3rd down, they actually were able to alleviate it because they picked it up with a 4th down conversion. I don't know that they'd be wise to try and do that again here. To me, you got to punt the ball away.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run. This is Kamara. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Wilson on the tackle. A 2-yard gain on the play.
7-7, our score after one. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2. They'll need to convert a 3rd and 7, though, to start things out. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So they take it over. We step aside. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Going up top. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. But they're looking for...
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 78 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. The point after is good, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The Saints take over 1st and 10. Let's go! At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
44 is Mike. 44 is Mike. Check, check. You're not ready. You're not ready. Listen. 44 is Mike.
Bridgewater. Flushed out right, and that is incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Bridgewater to throw it. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smiles.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Tyreek Hill. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Kamara trying the right side. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Damian Wilson in on the stop.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
A 10th carry for Kamara. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Coming to you. Check 24, check 24. Alert 3.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Hey, alert 3. Pat, hold tight. Smith. Check your hot read.
They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Kamara. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Check. Check. Hot route.
On the ground, Kamara. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead.
Kill.
Bridgewater now. Looking for the end zone. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Lutz good on the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
Saints 14.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be taken short. And he'll take it out past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here we go.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Let's go. Motion. Mike, 5.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. Well, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson.
You're looking there, the defensive back was maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. He'll let this go for the end zone. Cook's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Jared Cook, his first touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Lutz with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This will be taken very short. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Watkins, the intended receiver.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Now, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
44 is Mike. 44 is Mike. Check, check. Focus, defense, focus. 44. 44 is the Mike. Watch the backer, watch the backer. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
44 is Mike. Check, check. I got you.
Bridgewater now from the 50. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. The Saints on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be third and forever.
Mike Popo. Defense wins check. Check safety, check safety.
Here's Bridgewater. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. So we reach halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go, let's go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. Again, it's Murray. And an alley to run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he'll get this all the way down to the Chiefs' 29-yard line. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. They'll try to right side with Murray. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Ready, ready. 53, Mike. Are you okay? Check three. Whip.
On second down now, it's Murray. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Switch.
On third down, Murray. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, y'all.
Now Bridgewater on 4th down. And he finds Cook. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
Check 99. Switch it. Come here, switch it. You got motion.
On first down, Murray. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Chris Jones on the stop.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
53. I'm coming after you.
Second down, this is Wilson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Another carry for Wilson. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll try and run with Wilson. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Sean Wilson, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Now, let's not forget that was all set up by the 4th down conversion earlier in the drive.
Would have been a complete letdown if the drive doesn't culminate this way, wouldn't it? If you're going to go for it on 4th down, your intention is to make sure you get a touchdown out of the drive, and that's exactly what they did. Converted, and then converted a second time for 6 points.
This will be taken short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
At their own 36-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Now they'll toss it out right to Williams. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Mahomes now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he slides to avoid the hit. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat.
Ready? Mike 55, Mike 55.
6-man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Craig Robertson able to put an end to that play, and in so doing puts an end to this third quarter. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. That's caught left side by Hardman. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
44 to Mike. Check. Here we go. Switch. Rush in. Check 26. Say it. Where you at? Who's that? Is that yours? Who's that?
Wilson with a first down carry. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, defense, let's go. Watch out. Go. Motion. Hey, check motion, man. Put your hands on it.
They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. Murray has the first down and more. Touchdown, New Orleans. Latavius Murray, his first touchdown on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. What's good on the extra point? And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing now is Mahomes. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Marcus Davenport. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Now here's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. That's caught at the 25. A big play there for KC. 53 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. And that is caught by Watkins for a Chief touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Butker on for the PAT. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
He's going to air one out. It's caught inside the 25. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jared Cook. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Saints 42, Chiefs 28.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will not be a good return. He's out of bounds at the 12.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Target. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. A gain there of 21 yards. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Throwing, Bridgewater. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Looking to go back to Thomas again, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Stand up in it. Big ass, big ass, big ass. 22, Jet, Bama, show me that. 22, Jet, Bama.
Now they'll run. Murray. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double head.
They'll run for it. This is Murray. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. Bridgewater to throw for it on 4th. Forced out to his left. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Lutz with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be taken very short. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Demario Davis in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Mahomes going to throw. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Craig Robertson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
36. Motion, motion, motion.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 79 yards. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. To throw, it's Mahomes. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Marcus Williams.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Check the backer, check the backer.
Bridgewater here to throw. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill. Slam. Check. Lucky.
To throw, Bridgewater. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 22 yards there, a first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. To throw is Bridgewater. Sliding out of the pocket. And this will be incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
On 2nd down, Bridgewater again. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Frank Clark in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Here's Bridgewater. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot of picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Get wide. Get out. He's checking crack. Deuce. Hang on. Deuce. Go. Pop.
Throwing is Bridgewater. That's caught inside the 20. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. This quarterback now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. Here's Murray running right. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. They go with Murray again. Murray has the 1st down and more. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Latavius Murray with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for New Orleans, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they also will exit this one at 2-2. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be for